Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and today we are talking about the Gunlance. Capcom dropped another 2 weapon videos. Today was Lance and Gunlance, and I know I start each of these videos with like, yo, there's some really cool new stuff, but Gunlance has got some really crazy stuff. Like, whoever's in charge of the Gunlance clearly went off and they were like, do whatever you want, because what we just saw in this video, whew, it's something to behold. But anyway, if you guys do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think of this. And of course, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future Monster Hunter content. Now, the very first thing we see before we even start talking about the moves themselves is, of course, the Great Jagras Gunlance. This is a Master Rank version, it's the upgraded version. It actually looks quite cool. I like the twisted horns on the shield. And of course, this is Master Rank Black Diablos armor, looking very cool. Now in the intro sequence, we see the typical Gunlance unsheath. We then see the hunter loading what is slinger ammo into the Gunlance. I'll explain that more in a moment, but there is a very particular reason this is being done. And of course, it then goes off to fire a couple of shots and fire out the Wormstake Blast. That is a little bit different to what we've been used to up until this point. Of course, after that, we get a look at the armor sets looking very cool, really nice render. And the first thing we see, again, is just showcasing just how easy it is to bring out the slinger, use it mid-combat, even though your weapon was drawn. I actually like the kind of cleanness of the animation, the way you just sort of put the Gunlance to your side, free up your hand, fire out the slinger, and you're then back to business. Of course, from there, you can then go into whatever attack it is that you want. Now, of course, the next scene is showing the Clutch Claw in action, so you can then grapple onto the Rathian. You can then use this to perform your attacks. You can perform an attack that then gets slinger ammo from the monster. Again, of course, you can then create those weak spots, but as we've seen from all the other weapons, every weapon has a move you can perform from the Clutch Claw. You can grab onto the monster, you can then use your slinger, and you can use your directions to alter where it faces, and of course you can then attack. However, this next scene, now this is where things get really cool. So again, the voiceover in the UK videos gives you some more context and explains that you can load slinger ammo into your Gunlance. That's what you're seeing here. You see at the beginning he makes the Rathian flinch, and then he kind of takes that opportunity to load the slinger ammo into the Gunlance. And this then leads into a move that is known as the Wormstake Blast. Now you'll see that from this move, he performs the animation which is very reminiscent of the Wormstake Cannon that we know now in World, where it basically kind of thrusts this explosive module into the monster, it then explodes, does some damage. It's a pretty cool move. However, this one is very different. You'll notice that with the Wormstake Blast, it stays in the monster. This has basically been impaled into Rathian's leg, and then anytime the hunter performs shelling attacks and like explosive blasts from the Gunlance, it then triggers an explosion on the Wormstake Blast. And what's crazy is you'll notice that it doesn't get destroyed after the initial explosion. So you'll see in this situation, now that it's impaled, the first shelling attack triggers an explosion. The second one, the charge shell, triggers a second one, which actually knocks the Rathian over. But if you then pause it as the wing is flapping, you can see it is still present on the leg. So I don't know how long it will remain there for. I'm sure there'll be some sort of balancing mechanic to it where, it's not going to be there forever. But at least in this clip, it's remained there for quite a while. There's also one more clip at the end where they charge off a hefty explosion, and you can of course see that you get the explosion from the Gunlance, and then a second later, the explosion from the Wormstake Blast. Like this is nuts. This is something we haven't seen for any other weapon. The fact that you can actually take the slinger ammo and put it into your weapon, that is just some crazy anime stuff right there. Now, what I really like about this as well is the kind of questions that it poses. Is this then something that you can use, say, for the wider team? Can you put 4 Wormstake Blasts into a monster? That'd be nuts. And if you can't, can you put one in and then have 4 Gunlance users all trigger explosions? You know there's going to be some TDS craziness. I want to see what the Dark Side guys get up to with that, because it's going to be mad. But either way, very excited, and honestly, I cannot wait to mess around with this. World is definitely the Monster Hunter game that made me love Gunlance. I've always kind of made sure that in the past I can, use the weapons and whatnot, but it wasn't really until World that I actually really clicked with the Gunlance, and it became one of my favourite weapons. And honestly, seeing how crazy it's getting now, I'm ready. I'm very ready. So yeah, that's a look at the Gunlance. That's what we have to be excited about. Of course, I'm sure there's more, but for the time being, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, keep it locked for plenty more Monster Hunter content. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget, you can check out TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.